Major League Soccer is slowly moving away from the football retirement home it once was, with the quality of football improving every season. But there was a time when it was a place for older stars to ride off into the sunset as they reached the end of their playing career. For some players though, they went there far too soon, when they could have achieved so much more at a higher level. Here are 8 players who went to the MLS too soon. David Villa. The Spaniard was deadly in front of goal during his time with Barcelona, and then continued his good form when he moved to Atletico Madrid, scoring 13 goals in his only season in the Spanish capital. His next move would prove to be an interesting one, agreeing a deal to join newly formed New York City FC, who was so new he had to go to Australia to join sister club Melbourne City because NYCFC hadn't actually kicked off yet. Villa has been deadly ever since starting in the MLS in 2015, scoring more than 40 goals, but surely he could have kept scoring those goals for another European giant. Sebastian LLETGET. Given that Sebastian LLETGET is American, it was perhaps inevitable he would return to the MLS one day, but surely not at the tender age of 23, having impressed coming through the ranks at West Ham. LLETGET was one of a group of West Ham youngsters who were handed their first team debuts together in a 5-0 FA Cup thumping to Nottingham Forest. But a lot of Hammers fans felt that the all-action midfielder was never truly given a fair crack of the whip in East London before being released and then joining LA Galaxy, where he has proved any doubters wrong. Sebastian GIOVINCO. The diminutive Italian was one of the most highly rated prospects in world football in his younger years, and I built many a FIFA team around him in my youth. However, the attacking midfielder stunned football by leaving Juventus to join Toronto back in 2015 at the age of just 28. If you need proof that GIOVINCO joined the MLS too soon, then just look at his goal scoring record. A staggering 45 goals in just 70 games, as well as countless assists. The skillful Atamant, as he is affectionately known, could surely have done a job for a host of Europe's top clubs, and perhaps still can at just 30 years old. Giovanni Dos Santos. It's hard to believe that the former Tottenham Hotspur and Ipswich Town star Giovanni Dos Santos is still only 28, and that he had to go on loan to Ipswich. A graduate of the Barcelona Academy, the Mexican was a real coup for LA Galaxy when he signed in 2015, with David Beckham helping to push the deal through. 2 years on and Dos Santos has 19 goals in 47 games and has proved he had enough quality to have continued playing at the top level in Europe. It never quite happened for him at Spurs, but perhaps we will see him in England again one day in the near future. Robbie Keane. To be fair, there aren't many teams that the Irish striker hasn't played for. Wolves, Coventry City, Inter Milan, Leeds United, Spurs twice, Liverpool, Celtic, West Ham and Aston Villa have all enjoyed Keane's goals, unless there was annoying celebration. But 83 goals in 123 games for LA Galaxy between 2011 and 2016 suggests he could have cut it back in Europe at the top level. OBAFEMI Martins. The former Newcastle and Birmingham striker is still only 32 apparently, although the Magpies did sing a song querying his age back when he used to run out at St James's Park. The Nigerian's goal scoring record for Seattle Sounders was sensational, joining in his late 20s, and is now playing in the Chinese Super League, seemingly just following the money. Each to their own, I suppose. Jermaine Defoe. Defoe is one of the first names that comes to mind when you think of players who went to the MLS earlier than they should have, and he even admitted his mistake by leaving to join Sunderland in one of the strangest player swaps you'll ever see, with Josie Altidore, seemingly allergic to scoring goals, arriving at Toronto, while Defoe, who eats them for breakfast, returning to the Premier League with the Black Cats. After banging them in for a few years in red and white, Defoe looks set to return to Bournemouth. Clint Dempsey. There aren't many American players who are really able to cut it in the Premier League, but Clint Dempsey certainly could, becoming a heroic figure at Fulham before spending a year in North London with Tottenham. In 2013, Dempsey returned to the United States, and joined Seattle Sounders, where he scored for fun now at the age of 34, but surely we could have seen Dempsey cut it in the Premier League for a few more years. So those are our 8 players who went to the MLS too soon. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.